Oh, there we are. I just scared up a beaver. And there he is right there. There he is. So, obviously there's a big pond on the other side here, but this little guy is down here. He was chewing down here. He must have came down and not realizing he was going to get in trouble. So, see if we can get him out of here before he would leave. Alright, well, he saw me down below. You can hear the water. Here's drain tube. Here's the dam. I don't dug it out. I got a 330 right there. Staked off with deep water catch. You can see they're coming up, chewing on stuff. There's some tough stuff all 6. And the lodge is over there by the house. So we'll work on over and try to find a few runs. So, but yeah. We got some fresh shoes there. Some fresh shoes there. So they come up here. It's really only open. And then, as you can see, that's where that inlet is. And that brown thing right there is that little beaver. So I got him. But on to the next traps. All right, so here's the top side of this pond. You can hear the outlet here. Unfortunately, a small doe died there, but here's the lodge. So out where that stick is, I put a baited 330, see if it works. And I found one run, shallow, right there, where that stick's sticking up right at the top of the screen, right there. I feel like there's another run on the other side and one out deeper. It does drop off rather quickly and the ice is somewhat thin. That's how I found this one over here. I started there and worked my way back. And it went from like right there at the where it started is a couple inches. I went all the way back and it goes up underneath these logs and intertwines. And it's real silty over here, real hard right there. And then I felt the hole go up about 2 foot wide. So there's another bank den over here that the water drops, so their bank den's not active. I know there's probably some more bank dens, but they're not too easy to find. But so you can see they do a lot of damage. The landowner did shoot one, but it's gristled up pretty good. So history of beavers here before. Another guy took them out. This was the other bank den right here, and then a bunch of feed sticks. Like I said, I feel like there's more, but you never know. So here's the rest. Oh, there's a couple dead deer over here. Here's one here, and then there was one back there, so that stinks. Looks like a small doe. So, full moon, almost. Yeah, you can see when the water's thawed, they're active. So we'll try some through the ice and then come back and put them in open water. Brought footholds, but I'm gonna try putting them out. Like this right here, I feel like there's a bank den up underneath here. But yeah, back to the culvert there. And this whole thing all dammed up. All right, well, come back and see what happened in a couple days. All right, well, in one of my favorite spots, this little nice little creek, and my little hanging out with my old gold canoe. But as you can see, Mr. Beaver's put a couple casters here. There's a couple over there. And so there's one here and one over there. So I'm gonna make my own. Slick down the bank, caster up high, trap. So I got a stick here, off-centered. Here's my body. My body's here. And if I use my other hand, so right here, body going on the reflection. Trap right here where my thumb's at. back foot, deep water. Good night. See what it brings. Hey everybody. And my favorite place to trap. Behind the house here. I just got all my sets in there except for one. Just going back through, and this is the first set I made. And I got myself a muskrat right there. So gonna reset. Must means I'm in a good spot. But literally this trap's been sitting 15-20 minutes. So there we go. Well, I can tell you something that's kind of funny. So I turned back around, saw another muskrat swimming, and I can see my rod and wake. So I got another muskrat. That makes 2 out of this set. I'll let him expire, and this is just nuts. Huh. I guess I'm lucky. Lucky. So you can see the wake. So he's right behind this mound. You see the stake moving. Well, I remembered I had this sitting down by my canoe, so I went back and got it. I came up to the spot that was like a no doubter, but this was the last trap I set. And legitly, there's another rat. So this thing goes up and through and up and in, so I'm gonna put a colony in there so we catch multiple. So I've caught 2 rats. I caught a 3rd rat down there before I'm even done. Sometimes it's fun to just spin around and check quick, because sometimes you never know, especially in the spring they move around a lot. But there's another one, so that makes 3. Then I've only had the traps in for 45 minutes to an hour. Well, as you can see, been a very successful morning with a not even 12 hour, well 12 hour, I would say 18-hour set soak. Obviously I still got rats swimming around. It's the springtime and they're just moving around, they're looking for love. You know, I caught 3 before I was even done setting last night. You know, I probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 rats over here in this pile. I'm coming up to this last set where I caught that 1 rat up north where that was my last trap in the video. Last trap I set, so I put the colony trap here, and oh Jesus, I got a triple. So, oops, sorry. There you go. That's why colony traps can be so effective, especially when you find this is like the perfect run. And let me zoom out. There we go. So we have this run. It goes right along the edge of this marsh mump, as I call it. You know, it goes out, it comes out and around and through, but they have a tight channel or trail going right along here and drops down underneath the marsh and goes that way. Very effective sets, high quality sets. Like I said, I only have, I think, 12 traps out here, and I got maybe 12 rats and I missed on a few. So I mean, I used a few different sets. Obviously I used tunnel sets, trail sets. You know, it's fun, you know, when the muskrats are moving like this, you can kind of see where they swim and they active, how they use the edges of these, you know, different points and everything. You know, I snuck up to a couple that were swimming right at me. I just got behind that piece of log right there and they swam this edge all the way along, checking stuff out. It looks like one was chasing the other one, male, female, or 2 males. You can see, I mean, it's just active little marsh, and I'm lucky to be able to set here and take you know, like I said, I usually take about 20 rats and I stop. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably catch 50-60 rats if I wanted to a year out of here, but you know, just keeping the population check. There's a guy that already beaver traps. You know, he did pretty well in the back of the bay here this fall and winter. You know, there's all kinds of huts along the edges where the duck hunters are. over here. You know, it's all shallow. I just like this. You know, at night sometimes when I'm up here, I have my headlamp. I catch eyes of walleyes and fish when the gizzard chatter spawning. They're up in here, and it's just cool to be able to take a mental, you know, if you know what I mean. Sometimes life can be very hectic and troublesome, and being able to throw my waders on, catch a few rats, watch all the different birds and geese and ducks, and you know, just listen to the marsh sometimes is all you need. So we'll see how the rest of the few days go here. I'll probably be done in the next day or two, pull out of here and head off to the next place. I started the day off with one already. Quick, come up to a trap where I caught two before everything was done. I can see a third. So right there, another one. Makes three in this trap. Alright, you can see I picked up a third one. Look at that little pink spot on the other side of this point. I got a colony trap up here, and I can see white feet up here. So there's at least one in there. There it is. There we go. There, here we are. There was at that stake back there. Nothing that one. Got to this guy here. Okay, so there's another muskrat. There. You see all that coming out? They are just rutting up the stone up here. Muskrat love. Seen a couple swimming yet, so I know there's not, I didn't get them all. I usually do about 20, 25, and then I pull from here every year. So, close, it's convenient, and I don't like trapping it out. Part of the whole ecosystem back here in the marsh, as you can hear, it's alive. And here we go, coming up another trap. I got another rat. I have another one, another setup here, but going up in. Perfect catch. Well, things are adding up pretty quick. I got 2, 4, 6, 7, and a beaver. Right here I got double set. This trail goes up underneath, and there's a bottom edge. This thing's caught back-to-back days. That's the first catch there. And then there's the beaver hauntlet. There's about 7 different casting modes where I caught that. So good beaver, nice back foot. So probably in the 30s or 40s. So hopefully there's more. Looks like there's more, judging by all the casting modes. We'll see. All right, last trap of the day. For this location, I can see there's a colony in there's feet. And we got two more. So here we got a little tributary coming back, and it goes up in this little feeder creek. And underneath these red brush, sometimes there's good spots for little bottom edge sets, and I can see that my trap is sprung there, and you can see it right there. I don't see anything in there, so I probably missed. But then I've come over here, and I always put sometimes a double set, and I can see a skinny tail and feet up right there going up through. So don't overlook these little tributaries, especially in the springtime with water moving and muskrat love going on, where they're looking for new areas and moving around, especially the males. Sometimes can be rewarding. So didn't double, but definitely singled. Good morning. Rat droppings. Trap sprung. Trap caught. Another rat. All right, let's talk about one of my favorites. So here, I got the canoe pulled up in this deep cut. It's going to cattails. You can see the edge is very pronounced once you get there. And if you can see right over here, I have a 110 right on that bottom edge. And I'm gonna tell you what, right now, a ton of activity on this point. Marking territory, springtime. You got two sides of the creek. But if you don't catch them there, and I could probably put up one off this point there and move up and put one there, but I put it in the middle. A lot of times what happens is, especially in the dark, these guys are working these edges, going from place to place. After that, the other set I make, and you can see there's a muskrat in this next point, you can see it deep, and the next off of this point, or this bottom edge, runs right into this bank. And this is where I've caught double. This is the first time that trap's been empty, but this trap produced. And you're talking 10 feet away from each other. As you can see, I got 4 today. Make that 4 right there. But this goes up underneath this bank, and there's no outlet until you get to deep water down the bank. So highly effective set. If you dug your colony trap in there, I guarantee I could catch a lot more at once, but it's always fun to use 110s. And before I get blown out of here, all I'm going to do is show you my setup. So fiberglass rod, got myself a clip, and there's a 110. And as you can see, it just goes right up underneath there. Boom. Reset. We'll pull tomorrow. This little guy's drunk. Too cold to be out. He's just barely moving. So, gotta go home, guy. Go back and bury yourself. Couple months yet. Couple months yet. There, he's starting to dig. Little snapper. About a 5 to 6 inch shell. Yeah, we're at the location where I got that beaver before even setting. Coming down to the one dam lake. Trap's fired. But nothing out. Darn. Sounds like they're going over or what? Trap's fired, nothing out. Well, it is pull day. I got 3 more, so I'm all over 30 now here. And I picked up another hitchhiker. That's the second beaver out of here, which I don't think there's very many left, but we're gonna let the foothold sit for another few days and see what happens. But for right now, muskrat closes next week, the 15th for me, down here. So we'll see, but I figured I'd take a video of this lovely snow we got last night, and then see what we catch on this last trap here. See if it holds anything or if I struck out, which it looks like I probably struck out. Yeah, still set. So, last trap, nothing in it. Picked up 3 more, puts me over 30, 2 beaver, around 13 sets. So, I knew the last day was going to be really low, and I was correct. So, there's more out here, there's more swimming around, but we'll leave them for next year, and can't always trap out spots that you're gonna continuously trap year after year, unless that's a damage control. But you know, lots of beautiful scenery and